Welcome back to Take and Grow, your daily source for self-improvement, motivation, and unlocking your full potential. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both challenging and incredibly crucial for personal growth and societal well-being, the profound sense of aimlessness and disconnection many modern men are experiencing.
Victor, it feels like this conversation is more important now than ever. You see the headlines, you hear the anecdotes, and sadly, the statistics back it up. We're seeing record numbers of men in their 20s and 30s still living at home, fewer young men in relationships, and a quarter of young men reporting they have no close friends. It paints a concerning picture.
It truly does, Daniel. The data is stark. Men are 4 times more likely to kill themselves, 3 times more likely to be addicted, and 12 times more likely to be incarcerated. While there are undeniable economic and sociological factors at play, from a psychological perspective, there's one major contributor tying many of these issues together: disconnection from the masculine archetypes.
Masculine archetypes? That sounds like something out of ancient mythology. Can you break that down for us? What exactly is an archetype in this context, and why is it so important?
Absolutely. Think of an archetype as a fundamental, inherent part of your psychology that already knows how to live your highest potential. It's like an innate blueprint for certain aspects of human experience. Each specific archetype, whether masculine or feminine, unlocks a particular facet of that potential. For men, these traditional archetypes are often identified as the king, the magician, the lover, and the warrior.
So these aren't just characters in a story, they're internal frameworks for living.
Precisely. The king knows how to lead with deep conviction and power. The magician understands how to break through stuckness and create transformation. The lover embodies the capacity to love fully, passionately, and authentically. But for various reasons in modern society, many men have become disconnected from these powerful internal maps. And when we lose that connection, we struggle to live up to our highest potentials, leading to that aimlessness you mentioned.
That makes sense. It explains why cultures throughout history have always told myths and created art that remind us of these archetypes. These stories essentially wake us up to the version of ourselves that already knows how to live with confidence, courage, and purpose. It's like an ancient form of self-help.
Exactly. Now, I've already mentioned 3 of these core masculine archetypes: the king, the magician, and the lover. But there's a 4th, and I believe it's the one most actively discouraged by modern society. Losing it has been a core cause of this epidemic of male aimlessness, and it's the specific energy we're here to talk about today: the warrior archetype.
The warrior. That immediately conjures images of strength, battle, and perhaps even aggression. Is that what we're missing?
Yes, but in the most constructive and powerful way possible. It is the warrior that gives men their focus, their drive, their ability to set boundaries and to move forward with purpose. Without it, men can become weak and harmless in the worst possible way. Because, as the saying goes, if you're harmless, you're not virtuous, you're just harmless. A good man is not harmless. He's a highly capable man with a fierce inner warrior operating from love. Today, we're going to dive into 4 key aspects of the warrior archetype that will help you awaken this powerful energy within yourself so you can reclaim control of your life.
Let's jump into these 4 crucial aspects of the warrior. The first is perhaps the most misunderstood. The warrior loves his aggression.
This is where it gets controversial, Victor. Modern society often tells boys and men to suppress aggression, to be quiet, to regulate emotions. We're taught it's inherently negative. And that's precisely the problem. Aggression cannot simply be turned off or pushed down. It needs to be channeled. Because aggression is a powerful fuel. It's the energy that enables men to draw boundaries, to protect what is sacred, to assert themselves. When men learn to harness this power from a young age, they learn to defend their boundaries effectively, often without violence or even needing to raise their voice. It's that contained, focused intensity.
So it's not about being outwardly violent, but about having that inner fire to say no or to stand firm.
Exactly. It's the conviction that gives your no weight. If this aggression is demonized and never given an opportunity to express itself constructively, it often gets turned inward, manifesting as depression, anxiety, or passive aggression. So boys and men need to connect with their aggression and learn to channel it. This can be a physical act, intense training, competitive sports, martial arts, or even just yelling your lungs out in private about everything that's frustrating you.
I can see how that could feel frightening at first because we're taught that aggression always hurts someone.
Right. But letting this energy flow in contained, healthy environments will actually help you to set those boundaries we talked about and make you more confident and competent in every area of your life. It's about being fierce, but directed. This takes us to the second point. The warrior defends sacred solitude.
Sacred solitude. In our hyper-connected world, that feels almost revolutionary. We're constantly bombarded by notifications, scrolling, pseudo-connections.
And that's the trap. It's pseudo-connected because it's often just distracted engagement, not true connection. Social media has essentially turned human connection into a low-grade drug. The moment you turn it on, you're sucked into a vortex of endless engagement. The warrior understands this and must proactively create sacred solitude. This is non-negotiable daily time alone, unplugged.
So it's not just about turning off the phone, but actively carving out space for introspection and purpose.
Yes, this solitude allows him to connect with what truly matters to him, to clarify his mission, and to apply himself to the focused training required to manifest his goals. For most people, this looks like taking time every day with your phone on Do Not Disturb or leaving it behind entirely. It means dedicated work sessions with no distractions or interruptions. The productivity gains alone are worth it, but the real value of this solitude is in knowing that you have honored your own priorities, which is fundamental to building confidence and mastering your mindset.
That leads perfectly into the third aspect. The warrior seeks out risk. Our modern world often demonizes risk, encouraging us towards safety and comfort.
As young boys, we were often told not to do things that might get us hurt, made to feel reckless if we push boundaries. As adults, well-meaning loved ones encourage us to take the path with the least possibility of pain, pushing us towards safe careers or choices. But what the warrior knows is that without risk, he cannot tap into his deepest capabilities, the ones buried beneath self-doubt and fear. He knows that the possibility of meaningful failure is actually a gift.
So it's not about reckless abandon, but calculated, purposeful risk.
Exactly. The warrior seeks out risk and makes friends with fear. This relationship means he knows how to risk wisely in the perfect amount to keep him on his edge, constantly growing. This is unlike the man who never risks anything, who then often overestimates his abilities and lives a life of quiet regret. Even if the warrior loses, he grows faster than others, eventually accomplishing what once seemed impossible. This is how you develop success habits and unlock your full potential. This brings us to the final and perhaps most profound aspect of the warrior archetype. The warrior embraces the power of death.
Death is a topic modern society often tries to hide or deny. It's uncomfortable.
It is. So much of our society is organized around hiding it from ourselves. The sick and dying are removed from communal spaces. Death is often sanitized in media. But the warrior knows that death walks with him at every moment. And this awareness fills every single moment with overwhelming gratitude. As the famous quote says, the gods envy us. They envy us because we're mortal, because any moment might be our last. Everything's more beautiful because we're doomed.
Wow, that's a powerful perspective shift. It makes time on Earth feel like an incredibly precious, fleeting blessing.
Precisely. And this spurs him to live fully, without shame. This is incredibly liberating because so many men are drowning in shame. Don't cry. Don't laugh too loudly. Don't look dumb singing or dancing. Don't try earnestly and fail. But in the face of death, all of those trivial concerns are irrelevant.
So the warrior sings, dances, laughs, plays, and fights, all out. There's nothing to lose when you truly embrace your mortality.
Exactly. He lives with an open heart because there truly is nothing to lose that isn't ultimately lost anyway. and he becomes magnetic to others because he is fully alive. There's another powerful ancient wisdom. Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to life die. It's about letting go of fear, embracing the present, and living authentically.
As you reflect on this, listeners, I want you to ask yourself, how do you want to spend your precious time? What have you been holding back in order to feel safe? And what are you truly willing to live all out for?
You don't need to answer with words right now. Just feel it. Let that truth resonate. And if you want to know one of the best ways I've found to get into that place of felt warrior clarity, I've worked with a friend to create a special breathwork session specifically for this purpose. It's a key part of my sacred solitude every day, and this warrior track is truly transformative.
And that's something you can check out right now on YouTube. We'll link it in the description. Or if you want to explore another powerful archetype, Victor also has a fantastic video on the power of the king archetype.
Either way, I hope this discussion has helped you connect with that missing energy, to understand the warrior within, and to inspire you to live a life of courage, purpose, and vibrant presence.
If this episode resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to Take and Grow, and share this with a man in your life who needs to hear this powerful message.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.